Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I can actually see my muscles in this. Oh, so cool. Spider-Man. I am What the fuck?
It was for the review, man. Okay, you wore the Deadpool suit. Okay, for our Deadpool review.
Whatever, man.
Whatever.
Come on.
Hi guys.
Deal.
We need to get better lighting for our next review. But this is our review of Spider-Man Homecoming, in case you didn't guess.
Homecoming. A fitting title considering Spider-Man is coming home to Marvel. Finally!
Yeah.
Also, Homecoming dance in the movie. But, yeah.
Don't give me the non-flashbacks to attempts I've tried asking girls to Homecoming. But it does.
Oh, God, man. So many flashbacks.
Anyway. But, let's get into this. Peter Parker's in speaking of Homecoming, Peter Parker's in high school in this movie.
Yeah, I can totally relate to Peter. I tried to ask out a senior girl to Homecoming, and she gave me the, I'll get back to you on that, and then never said anything again.
Yes.
But
anyway, because we're on the subject of Homecoming, this movie takes place in high school. Peter Parker is a sophomore in high school. This is the first time, the entire movie of the entire Spider-Man movie has been him in high school the whole time, pretty much. I mean, pretty much the past two, they barely show any of him in high school.
He was in the first movie, first movie,
and they barely show any of it, and then he graduates pretty quick. But in this one, he's in high school. He's a sophomore. He's 15 years old, and he's a kid, and that's great. We really haven't seen much of that in the Spider-Man movies so far. The past two guys who played Spider-Man were 30 when they were playing.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
and when Tom Holland was cast in Civil War, he was just 19, and now he's I think 21 apparently, but he still looks like a kid, so it works out real well.
It does, and he does a great job. Tom Holland, let's get on that. Are we getting to the cast, or do you want to do the plot first? Basic plot of this movie is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, he's just trying to fit in. He's trying to fit in school, and he wants to be an Avenger really bad. He really looks up to...
There's this dude that's stealing tech from old Avengers battles and stuff.
The Vulture?
This winged creature guy.
Vulture. You said Vulture. Played by...
Michael Keaton.
Brilliantly by Michael Keaton. Finally, we get a great villain since Loki in the MCU.
Final, it's about freaking time.
Michael Keaton killed it, and we'll get into that in a bit. But and then at the same time, he's trying to impress Tony Stark, but Tony just wants him to be safe, wants him to just stay low key.
Like, what? To stay low key. Go save cats from trees. That kind of thing. And Peter's like, I'm beyond that now. I can do more.
He wants to show his full potential, and you could really see him, struggling being a superhero. He's trying to get used to the whole idea, right before he's about to confront some guys, he's like, he clears his throat, he gets ready to say a joke, and you never really see that before, and this is by far the funniest Spider-Man movie we've gotten. The last one, The Amazing Spider-Man movies, tried to touch on the humor a bit in the second one, but it didn't really work. It felt too campy and too over the top, I guess. But this one, Tom Holland really delivers his lines really well, and it's really funny, and you buy it.
It's a realistic kind of fun.
Yeah, and especially in the awkward moments he gets into as just a normal high school kid, because it happens to the best of us. We're still in high school, we understand these things happen. And, he does a great job, and
I don't know, people had reservations, oh, Tom Holland's good. I never had any reservations. And this is not just me patting myself on the back. From the moment I sort of looked into Tom Holland's background and stuff like that, I knew he was a really good choice for Spider-Man. Just with the whole, I knew acting-wise he'd do a good job from what I've seen from Civil War, but I knew he had the physicality down. He has a background in dancing, he does parkour and all this crazy stuff, and he really commits to the role. It's honestly, it's kind of like, look, it's kind of, I feel kind of like bad for Tom Holland, because it's like, a lot of it, obviously is like CGI and stunt people, but Tom Holland can actually do a lot of these things. And
I don't know how much of these things he actually did, but I'm sure he did a few. And yeah, I know he can, because you've seen, like, he has a background in this stuff. I know he at least did some of those flips by himself. Like,
he could probably, if he wanted to, go on American Warrior, to be honest. But yeah, he's really awesome.
Great performance given here, of course. He does a great job as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man, which is something that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield kind of struggle to balance, I guess.
Tom Holland, great, hands down. He's pretty. I mean, both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield had aspects of their performances that were really good, and parts that could be improved on. But I felt like Tom Holland really embodied both Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and I think he's probably the best Spider-Man we've had. Definitely the most comic accurate.
Oh, for sure. And, what should we talk about next? So let's talk about Robert Downey Jr., because he's marketed as being the supporting character of Iron Man.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, it's Iron Man Homecoming with Spider-Man, Spider-Man. No, Iron Man's not in it all that much. He's in only like a few scenes.
And he's really there to mentor Peter, and I really like that. Like, I really like how Tony Stark has to be, like, the dad figure for Peter. He even says at one point, like, oh, I'm starting to sound like my dad. But really, it's really nice, and it's really good relationship for them that I hope continues going forward. Cause
yeah, Robert Downey Jr. with just very little screen time, he does a lot of good. He has a good array of acting, different types of emotions.
He motivates.
He really has this Iron Man character down. I mean, obviously, he's been playing a character for so long.
And he basically is him in real life, so it's like...
But, I mean, like, as far as where he is right now with his emotions, we know he's really guilt-ridden still about everything with Civil War and
how he created Ultron
and all that. And you can tell that's kind of why he's starting to become a little more, like, strict around, especially, like, Peter.
He wants to protect him. He doesn't want him to get hurt or anything because it's on him.
Yeah, he doesn't want any other people getting hurt on his watch. So.
Now we're gonna get to
supporting cast really quick. Let's just really quickly cover the high school students. I mean, everybody did fairly well. Yes, there were comic changes. Some I didn't mind. Others I wasn't a fan of. I'd rather Flash Thompson be traditional Flash Thompson just solely for the fact that we could have gotten an Agent Venom movie. I feel if they were traditional Flash Thompson,
or even just a little bigger.
Yeah, I just don't see that kid being Agent Venom. Sorry,
it has nothing to do with his race. It's just he's just not that big and intimidating.
Yeah. So I don't really see that working out. So that's just kind of
I'm kind of modern bully than
sort of like name calling, internet troll kind of bully.
Yeah. And then everyone else, his best friend, I don't know the actor who plays, but I guess him and Tom Holland are actually best friends. Life. So you can see that because they play off each other really well and they have a cool handshake they do. And he does a good job for comic relief.
Yeah, he's pretty good. They all feel like normal kids or high schoolers. Nothing feels like fake or anything like that.
I don't know why Zendaya was advertised a lot too. She's not in the movie very much either.
I kind of and I did kind of what's the word? I kind of liked her character in the way that, like, I know, she's just kind of relatable for me. I'm kind of like a bookworm type of person that, like, she goes to detention on purpose just to, like, get away from people. I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of antisocial. So, with that aspect of her character, I kind of sympathized with her. But, she was pretty cool, and then, the other girl, who was Liz, she did good too.
She did a good job.
But, come on. Let's talk about what we wanted to talk about, and talk about Michael Keaton.
Yes, Michael Keaton as Vulture. Good, finally another great Marvel MCU villain. And since Loki, and obviously we've had some good ones, but we've never really had one that's like,
He has motivation that you can understand, and
you sympathize with him.
Sympathize with him a little bit. Yeah, he does some evil stuff, but it's almost like, I don't know, it's sort of like, he does, like, evil things, but it's not, like, the sort of way where, like, you just feel, oh, now you can hate them. Now they're really evil. He's like.
I never hated him.
I never hated him really in this movie. He's sort of he's sort of like a guy that you love to hate to love sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's just a good villain. He's just somebody.
He's a good villain. Yeah. He's one of those.
Let's be honest.
Like, oh man.
Loki's done some pretty terrible things,
but everyone
loves him. So
it's
I can pretty much. It's like not one of those villains that's like done things that are like so terrible that's unforgivable. Like, oh, I can't like this guy. I can't want myself like this. He's a good villain. He's really charismatic.
And he can be scary at points.
Yeah.
Like what he says.
He's like really intimidating. He can be intimidating, and he's charismatic, and he can be darkly funny at times. And I just think he did an all-around really good job. I was hoping it wouldn't end up with like a Mads Mikkelsen sort of thing, where it's a really good actor, but the villain had nothing to do.
Yeah.
This movie, a lot of this movie actually sort of kind of revolves around him. Not quite as much as Spider-Man, but it's a pretty good amount. He's in a good amount of the movie.
Yeah, and a lot of the movie does take place in high school, which takes me back, and you have a lot of downtime to just learn about Peter Parker's character more and how he interacts with people and how he balances that with being Spider-Man.
Hint, not very well.
Yeah,
as you would expect.
So you see the struggle of that, which is not something that was touched on a lot in the previous films.
And I like how they don't pull a freaking. Well, we'll see in the future, but they don't really pull like an arrow where, oh, now everybody knows he's Spider-Man. Spider-Man. He's Peter Parker. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. So
it's pretty tight knit. And if you watch some of the trailers, you know that obviously some people find out, but like, it's not like crazy amount.
All right.
Oh, you just got Snapchat. I thought that video ended.
Not again. Okay, but anyway, guys. Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero since I was a little kid, so I'm always really happy to be.
It's a really fun
I'm always
time.
really happy to see Spider-Man movie, and this is probably my favorite.
And there are a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. I was surprised and very happy at how many Easter eggs there were in this movie. I was like, oh, there's that. Oh, there's this. It was really cool. If you're into the comics, there's a lot to dig into here. But yeah.
This is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie since 2004. It's been a long time, guys, since I've had. I like The Amazing Spider-Man.
I'd have to go back and watch Spider-Man 2, but as of right now, I think this is my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 as well. But this is definitely better than The Amazing Spider-Man movies, I would say, even though I did like the first one. But I'm gonna have to give it a 9.35, whatever, out of 10, because it's great, and I really, really enjoyed it. I guess I can't really think of gripes right now. I know, like, there are parts that could have been better, obviously, there's that in every movie. But overall, I had a really good time with this one, and I can't wait to see it again. So,
But yeah, I definitely want this. That's a pretty rewatchable movie, and they work in the original Spider-Man theme song in there. That's not too much. Sorry if that's sort of a spoiler review. It's at literally the very beginning, but it's really cool and it's fun. It's a version of the classic Spider-Man theme song, but it's really awesome and it gets you pumped for the movie. Like totally, you're in the Spider-Man mood. You're like, yes, Spider-Man. But yeah, it's really good and. Yeah, I just really, really, really good movie. Definitely worth watching.
Surprisingly not packed theater by the way. We saw it today, which is the day it came out. So I guess everyone saw it last night.
But yeah, definitely worth seeing. Great movie. Probably my favorite Marvel movie for a while.
Civil War did just come out last year.
Well, yeah, I know.
Civil War is amazing. But this movie's also amazing. Go check it out. If you haven't seen it already, amazing.
There's a couple after credits scenes, so be sure to stay for those.
Yeah, stay for those. Like,
people
really still leave during these movies, and I'm just perplexed by it. It's crazy. Why are you leaving? Like literally, we had a guy. The guy came in the theater and said, "Never stay after the credits, all the way after," because some dude that worked there said that, and people still left. Pissed me off.
But yeah,
anyway,
I'm gonna give it a solid. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. I have a few gripes with it. That It's mostly just due to my personal taste, but other than that, you know, as a Spider-Man movie, it's pretty much everything I wanted it to be. As an MCU movie, it's everything I wanted it to be. Finally got a good villain, and Tom Holland is freaking amazing and awesome as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Movie has everything you want in a Spider-Man movie, and it's just, I don't know, I gushed about it a lot in this review, I gushed about it a lot when I came out. It's a good movie, it's definitely up there, probably as one of the best of the year. Definitely be in our top 10 if we ever make a top 10 movies of the year, ever.
We might. See you guys next time.
See you guys in the next review.
I'm gonna flip out.
You can't flip, you're not as short as Tom Holland. You're obviously going to see this movie because you know it's Marvel, but see it anyway, even if you have any reservations whatsoever. Yeah, good luck walking through the thorn bushes.